Her father and her uncle were officers. Her cousin still is an officer, and she's wanted to be a cop since she was in kindergarten. Today, Mary Winters is a 21-year police veteran who's had more than a half dozen titles and jobs with the South Salt Lake PD. And she's tonight's Behind the Badge Police Profile.
It's the best job in the department. I get to go out in the street, I get to, arrest bad guys, I get to work with the men, go out there, go on calls.
Sergeant Mary Winters is talking about her current job, overseeing her patrol unit at the South Salt Lake Police Department.
The best part about being a patrol sergeant is you get to help shape the future of the department because you mentor the guys.
Spoken like an experienced veteran officer, and that's exactly what Sergeant Winters is. For 21 years, she has served and protected, 1 year at the University of Utah and 20 with South Salt Lake. And it all goes back to a decision she made 40 years ago.
I've always wanted to be a police officer. In kindergarten, when they said, draw a picture of what you want to be when you grow up, I drew a picture of a cop.
A big reason for that, police officers were part of her family.
Not only did my cousins, my uncle, and my dad help people at work, but when they're off duty too, they were the guys who, if something went wrong, you always knew they could handle it.
Sergeant Winters started out as a patrol officer. Then she was assigned as a community resource officer.
Getting out into the neighborhoods and meeting people and helping them solve their problems.
She then had the chance to work as a canine officer for 3 years.
It's very satisfying when you can train a dog who has no experience, and then you train this dog to find drugs, and you train them to find bad guys and to track people, and they're successful in that. Call me really fast.
Her next assignment, detective.
You learn a whole different side of law enforcement. Very detail-oriented. If you like to solve puzzles and problems, and that's the place to be. It was fun to have nothing and then find clues and build a case from there and up until finding a suspect and prosecution.
She also served as a part-time motorcycle cop, arson investigator, and bike patrol.
I've been fortunate to have a lot of experiences here in this department.
But not all those experiences were pleasant. The 46-year-old says there have been some nerve-wracking moments, like the call about a man waving a gun and making threats.
He sees me, and the next thing I know, he ducks behind these bushes. He pops back up again, and I see him. He's got this thing in his hand, and it's wrapped up in something, and it's dark. And I'm like, if he raises that gun to hurt me or someone else, I'm going to have to shoot this guy. We're giving him orders to drop it and to come out. And the next thing I know, he throws it down. And that was the biggest relief of my life.
Sergeant Winters loves being a police officer and loves working with the men and women in her department. And she wants the people of Utah to know, serving and protecting isn't just a motto. It's what police officers are all about.
We don't do it for the money or the recognition. It's because we care and we want to help people. It's the little things that we do on a daily basis that the public doesn't see that brings us the most, satisfaction in our job. And that's why we do it.
Sergeant Winters is also a horse lover, has a horse. Jokingly says since she's already done the motorbike thing, the bicycle thing, and everything else, the only thing really left would be horse patrol, but she doubts that will ever happen. Now, our Behind the Badge stories are online. You can check them out and nominate an officer or a firefighter for a future story by going to goodforutah.com/badge.